Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Guess When This Was Recorded! In today's episode, we horribly date this video by talking about E3 2018. Boy, I hope they announce Rex for Smash Brothers there, because who else are they going to announce? Ridley? Anyways, we're out in the Switch's main menu because occasionally in the newsfeed, Nintendo will release some custom gear. In this case, it's the Splatoon 2 World Championship shirt. The other clothing items that have released in this fashion are normally for a major Splatfest. The Splatoon gear consisting of the Kyonchi hat, devil horns, and a hockey mask, and an anglerfish mask. The Frosty Fest gear consisting of New Year's Glasses Deluxe, Twisty Headband, Festive Party Cone, and Eel Cake Hat. And then the most recently, the Spring Fest, which has a bunch of novelty visors and a bunch of shoes. In Universe, the shoes were designed by Pearl and Marina. In order to get them, you have to open up the articles and boot the game from there. Unfortunately for the North American version, the articles in the newsfeed have been pushed off. Thankfully, it seems that the gear can be obtained by merch. You just actually have to find someone with it. So, yay! It's not like some other gear, which we will talk about eventually. But for right now, it's time to challenge the first boss. Industrial Toast into the Octo Oven. So, are you ready for bread puns? Because this game adores them. Yeah, it's only downhill from here. Feel free to scone me in the comments down below. "425 degrees of pain, Octo Oven." We're really out of the pan here, so let's get ready to kick this hot cross bun's ass. The end of the loaves look deadly, that's why I never eat the end slices. Well, that's kind of wasteful, Marie. Not to mention, it's the best part if you make peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and dip it into chicken noodle soup. Anyways, much like the first game, you have to attack the giant tentacle that's coming out of the top of the weapons. Donut, stop. You need to keep going. Well, Marie, I'm just loafing around while this cutscene plays. Otherwise, I'm not letting any opportunities go to waste. Churros. Wait, nope, they're just columns of ink. Wait, churros are deep fried though. This is clearly an oven. Oh my god, this is a Tim Hortons oven where they just reheat the already frozen donuts. Screw all the bread puns I had prepared, this is the big news. Is this thing going to start attacking me with Timbits? Are the Octarians just hyped up on double doubles and ice caps? How did Tim Hortons survive the apocalypse? Although, considering how long the Timbits and donuts can last, I'm not surprised. Always fresh my ass. And this is probably confusing for anyone who is not familiar with the Canadian franchise known as Tim Hortons. Screw it. It beats going back to the bread puns. But I don't think I have that much else to say, besides it's now my headcanon that the Octarians drink ice caps and double doubles. Meanwhile, maybe the Inklings drink post-apocalyptic Starbucks. Squidbucks? I don't know. This tangent doesn't leave much to actually talk about. And the boss and their glazing attack is so much of a non-issue that there isn't much to worry about here. And I don't know what else to talk about. I guess I could talk about the thrilling bread price fixing scandal in Canada, because where else is that going to have any sort of context to actually bring up? And yes, this is a thing that actually happened. I wish so much that was somehow the most controversial thing that was happening up here, but yeah. Thankfully though, I'm just about to splat this boss, so we don't have to talk about that. Thank God. This guy's toast. Yeah, you know what, Marie, let's embrace those bread puns. Crustus was served. And now for the toast mortem. I hope I never have to do these puns again. Anyways, after beating a boss, a piece of Sardinium is lying in wait before the Zapfish. I just gotta say though, Nintendo of America's pun game is great, especially since they included a bilingual pun. Pain is actually French for bread. Anyways, time for a cutscene. Good work, Agent 4. I sure know how to pick 'em. Gotta hand it to the Octarians, though. I didn't expect them to have fully Operation Octobosses at their disposal. I think it's time to call in the big guns. Let's see here. Sheldon, can you hear me? Over. I hear you loud and clear, Marie. Over. Oh man, this is so cool. Ahem. Agent 4, I'm Sheldon from Ammo Knights, the only weapon shop in Inkopolis with over 542 million years of trusted service. That's right, stop by Ammo Knights in Inkopolis Square for all your weapons needs. Tell me Sheldon sent you. Marie told me everything. To think that my signature weapons can be of help for the new Squidbeak Splatoon. I'm honored. But I'm afraid I can't just let you treat my vast arsenal like an all-you-can-ink buffet. I do have a business to run, you know. So let's help each other out. I want you to help me test out some of these new weapons I'm currently developing. All you have to do is use them in the real-world conditions. If you do that for me, I'll be able to gather all sorts of amazing data. That data will help me get the approvals I need to make retail versions of these weapons. And once the retail versions are out, you can use them in turf war battles. Oh, it's a real win-win, don't you think? Oh yeah, and... Okay, down, boy. I think Agent 4 gets the point. Let's get back to work, Agent 4. Stay fresh. And with that, we unlock the next area. But I think we're actually going to go see Sheldon next, since he said go see him. Good news, you can now use my Ammo Knight's Enhancifier next to the Cuttlefish cabin. It's a top-of-the-line vending machine that can enhance your weapons and add bombs to your arsenal. The Enhancifier doesn't take cash, it takes power eggs and the Sardinium instead. It's only going to get tougher, Agent 4. You'll need to upgrade your gear with the Ammo Knight's Enhancifier. Well, I would if I could. Unfortunately, we don't have enough power eggs to even buy a simple bomb upgrade. So that's gonna have to wait, but I can show you what it looks like. Anyways, let's jump cut to Ammo Knights. Welcome to Ammo Knights, one of the only stores that actually allows you to purchase anything before level 4. Hello, let me guess, you're looking for some new weapons. You've come to the right place. Yeah, hi Sheldon. Sheldon sent me. Our weapons came in sets, a main weapon on ZR, a sub-weapon on R, and yes, a special weapon. Sound complicated? Don't fret, you can always press Y to try out my products before buying. While you try them, you can swap weapons with plus and press minus with a weapon highlighted to get more details on subs and specials. And if you want in-depth info about a weapon, just press ZL while you're in my shop and I'll explain it. Anyways, new to this game is the ability to skip most of Sheldon's dialogue. Thank you! Now then, I guess we'll buy the splatter shot and jump online with it. Welcome to the Piranha Pit, one of the returning stages from the first game and the biggest stage in the series, though for some strange reason, the version from the first game is slightly bigger. I don't know why, but the Piranha Pit from Splatoon 2 has 46 less points worth of space that you can cover. Anyways, I guess let's begin this battle and start inking our turf. And, oh god, we already have a disconnect. This is going to be great, isn't it? Well, the writing's on the wall. Unfortunately, this disconnect was far too early into the game, and it pretty much immediately shapes the game. I try to counter some of it by attacking the other team, and it does give us a small advantage for a bit of time, but due to the size of the map and myself getting splatted, they are able to quickly take control, and the difference that 3 versus 4 Inklings actually causes, we can't catch up. All other things being equal and the disconnect happening in the last 30 seconds, I think we might have actually had the chance to win this. Unfortunately, disconnects happen and they greatly shape Splatoon. So, the Splatter Shot. It's definitely more combat focused than the Splatter Shot Junior, with more focused shots, and the Burst Bomb and Splashdown sub and special. In the test fire, this weapon's loadout actually had the Tenta missiles as its special. Eventually, in the main game, the Kensa Splatter Shot would gain the Tenta missiles as a special. Other loadouts include the Tentatech Splatter Shot and Octo Shot, both with the Splat Bombs and Ink Jets as their subs and specials. Personally, I prefer the first game Splatter Shots more, especially the ones with the Inkzuka specials. Of all the specials from the first game, that's probably the one I missed the most, and all things considered wasn't really overpowered. It just fired a shot of ink in a straight line. And it definitely seems like the easiest to nerf, like make it lose 50% of its power with each Inkling it hits, or the longer the distance it travels, the less power it has, or maybe making it so that parts are cut away and can't travel as far if it goes over a step or something. It's actually been a while since I played Splatoon 1, I don't know if it actually does any of those things. Anyways, what else can I say to stall for the last minute and 10 seconds of this match? I actually had this idea of starting this video by speaking French due to the bilingual pun. Unfortunately, that was kind of cut due to time constraints and how the video actually started with the newsfeed stuff. That, and all I could really say is Bonjour, je m'appelle Saber, which is hello, my name is Saber. And that's all I remember from grade 9 French. And honestly, the most French I've been exposed to since has been watching French cartoons, Whack Fu and Miraculous Ladybug. And this brief moment where I was trying out Fortnite and was put onto a squad with a bunch of French kids. Oui, je suis sérieux. That, and I thought editing in the subtitles wasn't going to be worth it for a single joke. And it would obviously be machine translated because I barely remember any French. Anyways, we're finally at the end of being slaughtered by only having 3 people versus 4, so I think that's the end of this video. In the next video, we will continue the single-player campaign by entering into the second area of Octo Canyon. And when we go online, hopefully my team won't have a disconnect, and hopefully I won't suck as much. So thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again. Damn it, Link, you just caused the downfalls timeline here in Splatoon.